All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Talking a bit about finances today. What's going on? Hope everyone's having a great day today. This time we're talking about the great credit card debate. Now, the great credit card debate, it's very divisive, and if you guys don't know, some great money investors, people that talk about money, tell you to get a credit card. Some people, great investors, tell you not to get a credit card. And I'm actually, I was actually part of the boat of someone that did not have a credit card for a long time. One of the main first books I ever read actually was The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, and I started to follow that book religiously. Dave Ramsey, he's not a credit card guy. So if you guys are familiar with Dave Ramsey, it has these specific steps that are world famous now on baby steps. All right, so taking a look at Dave Ramsey's baby steps. Of course, he has step one, save $1,000, shield to protect you, emergency fund. Step two, pay off debt. Step three, 3 to 6 month income. Step four, invest in college, pay off. So he has nothing that talks about credit cards. And every time anybody's ever asked him about credit cards, he does not like it at all. Like, he hates the notion of credit cards. And I'm gonna tell you guys the psyche and psychology, because it does actually make sense. It makes a lot of logic why Dave Ramsey doesn't want you to have a credit card. And it pretty much comes to, and it works for Dave Ramsey, but it comes to, he doesn't believe you have the discipline to spend your money to only build credit. And that's the only primary thing. So let's say if we did only open up one line of credit, which I recommend you at least open up one line of credit to use to actually build your credit over time. And it's unfortunate we live in a world where credit, you're determined by a number. Like a lot of jobs, same applies with our credit. 9 times out of 10 people don't care about certain situations, like how much money you might have in the bank, or Dave Ramsey says it all the time. Dave Ramsey says I can go to an apartment complex and they can decline me because I have a 0 credit score, but I have enough money to buy the whole lot. You know what I mean? So these people that work in these financial fields, these apartment places, these mortgage places for you to get a home, these auto places for you to get a vehicle, these boat renovation shops for you to get a boat, these rental places for you to rent a vehicle. The only thing that they're going to do is they're going to run your credit score, regardless of how good you might present. How you might show up in a BMW, a fresh new 2021, Dolce & Gabbana suited out, just looking nice. You might have $1 million in your bank account, but they'll run your credit score. And if you have a 0 credit score, 9 times out of 10, they'll either end up declining you, or there are things called manual underwriting, which Dave Ramsey talks about, where you can find certain people to do manual overriding, but it's very rare in those situations. And people have asked him on his show and his series and things like that, and that's the main thing that he always goes to. So now back to the actual credit here. Dave Ramsey does not believe that you have the discipline to only use your credit card for building credit. It's that simple. And there's a lot of reasons to think that way. The whole psychology of you giving someone a piece of plastic and them giving you the piece of plastic back. They had a lot of studies about this where they would have someone give a credit card or even a debit card. They pay for it. The teller gives you your card back. It almost feels like you didn't lose anything psychologically. But when you actually have $100 bill or a $50 bill, you give that to the teller and the teller doesn't give you anything back, or they give you change back. Psychologically in your head, you just realize that, there was a loss there. You just actually lost something at that time. And that's why a lot of people recommend you use cash for when you buy things instead of using a credit card. Put a certain amount of money in an envelope, say this is the amount that I'm going to spend, and that's it, to limit your spending. Dave Ramsey believes with credit cards that you'll become lax. You'll continue to use it because it's just a credit card that's sitting there. You'll continue to build up debt. You'll continue to add more lines of credit to build up your debt, to then dig yourself in a gigantic hole that you can't get out of. Next thing you know, you're $20,000 in debt and you're calling Dave Ramsey. That's what he believes. But there's a discipline factor to it, guys. There's a discipline of just understanding, hey, I only want to use this as a tool to build my credit. You are starting this credit card and you are using it only to build your credit. And you have to understand that it is a tool. It is not a means for you to purchase anything. It's not a means for you to talk about, oh, the cash back is awesome. I have great cash back. That BS, you getting 2 cents on, your dollar. The percentage wise, none of that matters. Okay, none of that matters. It's a good bonus. My rewards, I have frequent flyer miles. I get these extra points every time I make my purchase, to where I can get this coffee mug and a Discover blanket with my 50th purchase. None of that shit matters. It doesn't. It's not about the points. It's not about the rewards. And there are higher tier cards when you're spending a lot more money. There's travel cards, especially if you travel a lot. They can benefit you. But this is from a starter level. This is for if you're checking out this video just based off the fact of should I get a credit card or not, or how do I build my credit score the right way, or things of that nature. We're starting from just a tool to build your credit. So what I recommend, you at least get one credit card. And I was on the fence about this for a while. I was on the fence about this just strictly never being in debt, getting out of debt, focusing only on building wealth. Successfully, I have. I'm completely debt free, which is amazing. And now I'm in the phase where I'm building my wealth and going through that process. So now it's essentially, you don't want to be that person to make sure, you want to get your place, you want to get these certain things in life, these other avenues, these other tools to help you succeed in life. You don't want to have those roadblocks. So open up a line of credit only, and you have to choose the right card too. Another reason Dave Ramsey has the right, so because he's thinking for your best interest, right? These multi-million-dollar credit card companies they have tens of thousands of strategists with all these game plans and years and years of history calculated on how people spend money, how people lose money, how people are in debt. Like, they know how to manipulate the system. So you're not beating the system by getting this super nice credit card with these cool frequent flyer miles and these awesome deals with these cashback rewards. Okay, it's a reason why they're a bank. There's a reason why you go to their building, and when you go to their building, they have that nice furniture. When you go to the building, you see that the manager has the new Ferrari there. You go to the building, everything looks nice, because how do you think they're paying for all that? You're using you guys' money for that. People that are messing up, people that are getting taken advantage from the system. And Dave Ramsey, of course, he believes that these companies, they set up little tricks, they set up little payment fees, they set up little things. That's why you have to read in the fine lines and go with a trusted source. So I'm going to show you guys a credit card that you should get, and we're going to go through that process of looking at that as well. All right, guys, let's actually take a look here at one of the best cards I recommend, and one of the highest recommended credit cards that you can use from just strictly building your credit score. This is only just for building your credit score. You'll get a $200 line. It does take a deposit, so you do have to do a $200 deposit in order to open this account. But this is going to be through Discover, and it's going to be the Discover It's Secured credit card. The cashback is okay, but you get 2% cashback. It's one of the higher cashbacks for a starter car. The main thing is, though, there's no hidden fees, no annual fees, so you're not paying anything, no hidden things. So your game plan is strictly, and you have to apply for it. Of course, you know, if this is your first card, you might not get it your first try if you know you have really bad credit, or if you have low credit at this time. You know, another card that I recommend for very low credit, it's an okay card, but it's just for terms of building credit, would be the Capital One secure credit card. And I believe that one's anywhere, they let you choose anywhere from a $50 to $200 deposit down on there. But this one, if you can get this one, I would say apply for this one first. And if you can't do it, go for the Discover. I believe it's the Discover, the Capital One secure card. But this is a fantastic card here. Absolutely a great card to start out with if you can, if you do approve from it. Best card of 20, it was one of the best cards of 2019, best cards of 2018, still one of the best cards today. They have some other ones like the City Double Cash. They've changed a lot of features on there, but this is currently the one I've been using, and it's absolutely amazing. All right, guys, so game plan. What do you do with this card once you do finally obtain it, right? You simply use the card for means that you normally use, you know, regular payments for. Whether that's, I'm not saying, you know, typically some people like to go out and just buy a pack of gum every now and then, you know, buy small things, and that's fine. But I kind of feel like if you want to be the most optimal, you can do that. But I feel like if you want to be the most optimal, just use it on things that you would normally use throughout the month. Whether that is, hey, my $50 phone bill that I have to pay once a month, use your Discover card for that. Hey, gas. Great thing about this card is you get 2% cash back at gas stations. You know, you've always got to get gas every month, you know, use it for gas, use it for things that you would just normally use it for. And the other thing is no late fees. So two things you need to do. One, you need to either, as soon as you use it, for instance, go to the gas station, use this card to buy your gas, and then immediately pay it off every time. So pay it right off. You don't want to have expired balance. You don't want to have extended balance. There's that myth out there that says, hey, you keep balances on credit cards, they'll reward you and things like that. And plenty of studies have shown over the years that it doesn't matter if you pay it off. It doesn't matter if you pay it off. It doesn't matter if you keep a line of credit throughout the month and then you pay it off at the end of the month. The credit card company, when they pull that stuff for your credit report, they just check to see, is it paid or is it not? Is it not paid? Do we have any late payments? Things of that nature. How many late payments do we have? That's the thing. This is how they make money, guys. They make money based off of our error. Think of it as, you know, those these bill pay things are becoming very popular. PayPal has jumped in this game. You see things like Quad Pay. When you go onto like Walmart and certain websites, they say, hey, you can spend $100 on this new, I don't know, this new My Pillow. You can spend $100 on that, or you can do 4 easy payments of $25 every 2 weeks, right? But there's no hidden fees, no nothing, right? And it's like, how do these guys make money off of this? It's off of human error. It's off of you not being able, you missing a payment, you not being able to pay it off on a certain day. Then they charge you additional fees. You know, they're not opening this service. They're not opening this service to help you guys. they're opening this service to find ways to make more money. It costs money for them to create these services. It costs money for them to have an infrastructure and have a team of people that have to manage this structure and have to keep track of this structure. They're not doing it for free. They're not doing it because they love you. They're not doing it because they feel sorry for you. They're doing it because they see it as a way that they can make more income. So always think about that, guys. Always think about, like, you know, have that mindset when you go into certain deals and certain features and things like that. So but back to the Discovered It card, 2% cash back, gas stations, restaurants. Use it at things you normally use it for through the month. Pay it off. Use it every once in a while. Sit back, watch your credit go. Credit age is also a big thing that credit card companies look at too, so I recommend get it as early as possible. If you want to get multiple cards, if you want to do that, get the multiple cards as early as possible. Some companies, for instance, like Capital One, they might put a hard inquiry on your credit score, and when they do that, then that'll flag on your credit report, and too many inquiries can cause your credit score to go down. So, and then I believe it stays in there for about 30 to 60 days. So do it as early as possible. Have your credit card age be as long as possible, because that's also another thing that they look at. All right, guys, so there you have it. Just a little talking head video, some quick info for you. Let me know your comments down below. Let me know some other good beginner credit cards that you can use to build your credit score. More videos about financial help, more videos just in general. Check the channel. I do all kinds of other stuff too. Check the link down below. Follow your boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.